The Terminator is a 1984 American science fiction action film directed by James Cameron. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, a cyborg assassin sent back in time from 2029 to 1984 to kill Sarah Connor, whose son will one day become a savior against machines in a post-apocalyptic future. Michael Biehn plays Kyle Reese, a soldier from the future sent back in time to protect Connor. The screenplay is credited to Cameron, along with producer Gail Ann Hurd. Executive producers John Daly and Derek Gibson of Hemdale Film Corporation were instrumental in the film's financing and production. On.
Most of what we know is pieced together from fragments.
12 Monkeys is a 1995 American neo-noir science fiction film directed by Terry Gilliam, inspired by Chris Marker's 1962 short film La Jetée, and starring Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, and Brad Pitt, with Christopher Plummer and David Morse in supporting roles. After Universal Studios acquired the rights to remake La Jetée as a full-length film, David and Janet Peoples were hired to write the script. The film was released to critical praise and grossed $168 million worldwide. Pitt was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, and won a Golden Globe for his performance. The film also won and was nominated for various categories at the Saturn Awards. Triangle is a 2009 British-Australian psychological horror thriller film written and directed by Christopher Smith, and starring Melissa George and Michael Dorman. The film was released in the United Kingdom on 16 October 2009. 4. George portrays a single mother who goes on a boating trip with several friends. When they are forced to abandon their ship, they board a derelict ocean liner, where they become convinced that someone is stalking them. Time Crimes is a 2007 Spanish science fiction thriller film written by, directed by, and starring Nacho Vigalondo. The film stars Cara Elajal as Hector, a man who becomes part of a time loop and must stop his other selves from continuing to exist. The film premiered at Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas in September 2007, and has a score of 88% on the review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes. Primer is a 2004 American independent science fiction film about the accidental discovery of time travel. The film was written, directed, produced, edited and scored by Shane Carruth, who also stars. Primer is of note for its extremely low-budget, experimental plot structure, philosophical implicatio, NS, and complex technical dialogue, which Carruth, a college graduate with a degree in mathematics and a former engineer, chose not to simplify for the sake of the audience. 4. The film collected the Grand Jury Prize at the 2004 Sundance Film Festival. Back to the Future Part 2 is a 1989 American adventure film directed by Robert Zemeckis and written by Bob Gale. It is the sequel to the 1985 film Back to the Future and the second installment in the Back to the Future trilogy. The film stars Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Thomas F. Wilson, and Leah Thompson. In the plot, Marty McFly Fox, and his friend Drive Emmett Doc Brown, Lloyd, travel to 2015, where bully Biff Tannen, Wilson, steals Doc's DeLorean time machine and uses it to alter history for the worse.